Hello, this is Ralph K. Ginorio. Give me a few minutes and I'll suggest an idea worth considering. In my last video, I posited something which may have disturbed some of the listeners, and that is the notion that we live in a post-Christian society. Many of us assume that we still live in a Christian society or a Judeo-Christian society that's tolerant of other beliefs. But in fact, the mainstream of American society has not been Christian in thought, word, or deed really since the 1970s. There was a sea change in the late 60s and early 70s with the popular culture and the culture in the suburban regions on the coasts that shifted away from what had been America's traditional default setting, which is a basic, generic, Judeo-Christian set of values about the world, that society operated from a Christian standpoint, but that we were tolerant of other points of view. This is no longer the case. It's no longer the case for the popular culture, it certainly isn't the case for the youth culture, and it is not the case of the culture of the megalopoli on either coast. It may still be true in small rural areas in every state, and it may still be more true in some states and regions than others. But those are the exceptions, not the rule. In fact, traditional Christian society has been under a determined attack for a very long time. Christians are considered to be bigoted, father-knows-best types who are much more interested in telling you who you can sleep with than in any kind of genuine helping you out by showing you that the universe is not an accident and that the author of life knows you personally and cares about you personally and loves you personally and will forgive you if you seek redemption. The heart of Christianity is ignored. The extremities of Christianity are overemphasized and maligned in popular culture, and Christianity is seen to be as a caricature, an excuse for being judgmental, nasty, rude, and all the rest. I don't know what kind of bizarro world it is where saying Merry Christmas actually is offensive to some people. I don't mind offending people, so I say Merry Christmas, both because I wish to celebrate the birth of our Lord and, because I'm nasty enough to enjoy cheesing people off. But we do. We live in a society where the default setting is no longer basic Judeo-Christian values who are tolerant of other people. The new introduced default setting is a morally neutral, secular, relativistic morality, European-style social welfare state, with a bunch of secular values and a bunch of proportions that are alien to the traditional notions of proportion and right and good that have developed in Western civilization for 1700 years and that are alien to American values pre-1970, 1975. That's why we have such a cultural divide. That's the divide between urban and rural, between blue state, red state, between progressive and conservative, or Democrat and Republican. The modern Democratic Party is dedicated to things that would make Franklin Delano Roosevelt's cabinet blush. It's dedicated to a form of secular humanism alien to traditional American Judeo-Christian values. Now, the way out of this isn't to wish it away. The way out of this is to recognize reality for what it is. When the Roman Empire was conquered, Christianity had to morph. Christ had to be presented to the Germans in a way that was understandable to the Germans. And so it was whenever Christianity absorbed any new barbarian group, the Vikings, the Magyars, and when Christianity went out into the world. There's a difference between Christ and culture. And that is a subject for many more videos, for books, for whole libraries. What we've got to understand as conservatives and perhaps as Christians is this. Our society is as pagan Rome, but it's worse because we've come to our moral relativism through cultural decay rather than cultural growth. We are not a rising civilization. Right now we're exhibiting every sign of a falling civilization. So rather than bemoan the loss of Judeo-Christian normalcy, we need to, as Christians, look at ourselves hard and missionize to the present world. Missionize to the people around us, the children and grandchildren of Christian societies who are no longer Christian and in fact who have been raised and propagandized to be anti-Christian. We need to find a way to express the truth of Jesus Christ, not the ephemera, but the truth. The universe is not accidental, and the author of life loves each one of us and will help. That's it. Find a way to make that meaningful. If we do that, we have a third great awakening, we save the Republic. If we don't do that, we don't. Think about it and be well.